The Confederacy's brightest general lies bleeding, 3 bullet wounds. But if it wasn't the British who shot him, then who did? It was the very soldiers who gave him the name Stonewall. In a deadly bargain with God in a lemon grove, could Thomas Jackson survive?
My God! Why was I shot by my own children?
Thomas Jackson, a farmer's boy, orphaned at 18. He earned a Medal of Honor in the Mexican War, but his true obsession was discipline. So much so that at the Virginia Military Institute, he forced cadets to hold rifles with bare hands in -10 degrees Celsius weather. He punished anyone who washed their hands before meals, saying, "If your hands are dirty, it's God's test." On night marches, he made them recite psalms from the Bible.
A weak body is the devil's gateway. Get up!
I'm hungry. I have no strength.
Here, pain forges the will like steel.
The first major battle. The Union Army attacks. The Confederates are falling apart. When General Barnard B. sees Jackson and his brigade standing idle at the flank, he shouts in fury,
"Look at Jackson! He's standing there like a stone wall! He's not helping us!"
The next day, newspapers wrote about the birth of the Stonewall legend. But the truth, B said it in anger, not praise. Jackson had waited deliberately that day. Why? In his journal he wrote, "Only God knows the right timing." Spring of 1862, Shenandoah Valley, one of the Valley Campaign operations. Jackson had 17,000 men against 60,000 enemies. He marched his soldiers 80 kilometers a day, declaring, "Your feet are your weapons." History named them the Foot Cavalry. He set ambushes according to valley descriptions from the Bible. He chose messengers who were deaf. Why? He who cannot hear cannot betray
The enemy in that valley.
That night, they broke the jars and lit torches. The enemy, thinking they were outnumbered, fled the battlefield in fear. It was both Jackson's genius and biblical psychology that won the day. 1 year later, 1863, Chancellorsville. The Confederate Army was cornered. Even one of history's greatest commanders, Robert E. Lee, seemed powerless. His army was split, and the enemy was right in the center. While everyone expected a defensive stance, Jackson proposed one of the boldest ideas in military history.
Our situation is dire, General Jackson. What do you propose?
We attack, but not from the front. I will take my entire corps and march 19 kilometers through the woods, flank the enemy completely, and strike them from behind, where they least expect it. General, by the grace of God, this will be our boldest moment and their weakest. Just give the order.
The plan worked. It became one of the most successful flanking maneuvers in military history. Stonewall Jackson had secured his place as a tactical genius. He was at his peak, unbeatable. He chose to keep up the pressure. But war's cruelest rule is that bullets don't ask who you are. Near midnight, preparing to finish the battle, Jackson rode ahead with a few officers for reconnaissance. He crossed beyond his own lines.
Who goes there? Fire! Enemy soldier!
No! Oh my God! Oh my God! We shot General Jackson.
After After surgery, pneumonia set in. But the secret that hastened his death? His obsession with lemons. Jackson sucked on over 20 lemons a day. His stomach was riddled with ulcers. The autopsy listed peritonitis, stomach perforation. The bullets began it, the lemons ended it. His final words were, "Let us cross over the river and rest under the shade of the trees." But what he really meant was that lemon orchard he longed for. His severed arm lies buried in Elwood Cemetery. At the VMI Museum, his blood-stained uniform and Bible are displayed. And, how ironic, the flag of the 18th North Carolina Regiment, the very unit that shot Stonewall, hangs directly across from his relics. History whispers, even the hardest stones break under friendly fire. He became Stonewall, not through a name, but through his relentless will, his tragic end, and his unshakable faith. A strange man who ate lemons in battle, held one hand in the air, and feared no one but God. He showed us that history is written not by names, but by the immovable character behind them. History cannot be rewritten, but on echoes through time, it lives again.